Well, looks like we're back in Middle Earth. What's up, guys? It's Apollo here. Hope you guys are doing well. We are playing another siege battle in Dawnless Days, the Lord of the Rings mod for Total War Attila. We got Dol attacking Dale. Now, check out this settlement right here. Look how cool this custom city is. But Dol is on the attack. Now, this is also a pros versus noobs scenario. So we've got two noobs with full armies, large armies. They can have up to 40 units on their side. So a total of 80 units. The pros are only allowed to bring 20 units each. So they are outnumbered 2 to 1. Just look at this, yeah, look at the balance of power. Greatly by a lot. I mean, a lot. Not just half, but more than half. 10,000 more, a little less than 10,000 more. Insane amount. And here comes the first wave of Dol troops. So they are charging forward and getting these deadly men up on the walls. Now, Tharshey is leading one of these pro factions here, one of the Dale armies. Tharshey organized this battle, and he also has a YouTube channel himself, so please check it out. The link's down in the video description. He uploads his live POVs all the time of the battles that we see here, so you get to watch him play live. It's pretty cool. But here comes the first clash of infantry. Vineland guards holding the strategic choke points, and we're definitely going to be seeing a lot of that. We're going to see a lot of strategic choke points being held by the defenders. You're gonna see the best of the best. It's like, yeah, sure, Dale was only allowed to bring 20 men, but I'm sure he's bringing some quality 20 units. Not 20 men, but you know what I'm saying, 20 units. 20 units of men. But yeah, they're gonna bring quality troops like the Vineland guards, but they are also taking on these Goldor glaives. So Dol a pretty strong faction, but it's going to be interesting to see what the defenders do here, how they approach this defense. It does look like they have a rear, like, last stand. Look at all the Vineland guard here. Jeez, they're just waiting in reserve. So they got some quality troops here, that's for sure. On the other side, the other Dol army, I like that they're attacking on two different sides here. They definitely have the manpower to do that. They can kind of separate because they both have 40 units, potentially both have 40 units. So they're going to charge and take these walls, but there is nothing standing in their way. So they're going to be able to take these walls without losing. I mean, they're going to lose a couple men because of the siege towers here. But yeah, they're going to take these walls and make it their own. And we've got a more bend but don't break defense. But I believe this is Tharshey's army right here. He's got the King Brand here. King Brand, look at this. It's an archer unit, of course. Then we've got more Vineland guards. We've got a mix here of Lake Town guard. And we have the Dalian Spear Guard. Some cool units, obviously inspired by the Hobbit movie. Dale from the Hobbit movie. Let's head back over to the main fight here, where I think what the attackers need to do is just keep pouring troops down into this section. You want to overwhelm these Vineland guards and try to get behind them, because they will rack up some good kills here if you don't push through. And I mean that, like, not like in a cheating sense, but in a like push, like, you know, push them back. Push them back. They already have 60 kills. They're down to 91 men. Am I seeing arrows come in? Yes. I think these are elves too. No, they're not elves. Never mind. Or are they? No, I don't. I think they're men. But yeah, they've got some rangers, and they're gonna support from afar. It looks like. Or at least someone's firing. Is it these guys back here? The Bardings. King Brand. Now, I swear I saw some arrows fly in. I know I did. I mean, look, there's casualties up here. They got hit by arrows. But yeah, see, here you go. They did exactly that. they overwhelm this position because they're only holding this spot with one unit of Violent Guards. So you should overwhelm it and then push and, yeah, attack the flanks of the other units. We got some Lake Town guards holding the gate. The gate is open, and they're holding them back with some halberds, but yeah, this is promising. We got the champions of Dol champions at chess, though. They're not really that great of fighters, you know, but they still deserve the title of champions because they've won chess championships. So no, they're actually really good fighters. I assume there's some sort of like elite class of infantry, and they're going to continue to, yeah, this feels like disaster right here. They've got them surrounded, and they need, honestly, this is, okay, here we go. Here comes a counter flank, some Violent Guards. We got archers pouring down this ramp as well. While that's going on, let's see what's happening over on the other side. So we do have the first clash of infantry. Schmack. We got the Goldor blades. Yeah, I love my 15 frames per second on this game. It's so awesome. So glad that Attila could be so well optimized. Yeah, you know, they just kept up with it too. Constantly upgrading it, improving the optimization of the game. And of course, I'm being sarcastic, guys. I'm not for realsies. The game runs like poo-poo, but you know, we lived through it. This is the best we're gonna get from Creative Assembly. But a nice fight nonetheless. Let's focus in on the battle. So this is gonna be a uphill battle, both metaphorically and literally. They have to fight their way up this hill, and it's gonna be a great challenge. They could push around this way. There's not a ton of defenders here, so they could try to overwhelm this and then get around the flank. But I'm sure if they start to really focus in on this side, they would just send reinforcements down that way. Over here, the other Dale player is kind of going all in. He's going all in. He has sent up a ton of reinforcements. Now we've got more Violent Guards. They're coming in to try to slow down the Goldor glaives over here with their big glaives. Look at these things. Big old hooks. Big old hooks. Oh, baby. You don't mess with the Violent Guards. Oh. So they do break that unit. More troops coming up the walls. Ah, man, what a big mistake there. It looks like they sent up some archers. They're breaking. Like, they are just, like, frozen in fear. So he must have sent up some archers that got ambushed by some wanderers here. Is that... Wait a minute. Wait a second. These the elves... Here's the elves. The... Avrai Wanderers. I'm probably butchering that name. I'm butchering it. But these are woodland elves, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, they are very good. They also have bows on their backs, so they're a versatile unit. So I knew they had elves of some sort. That's the cool thing about Dale, is that they've got a nice mix of different cultures in their army that you can field. So it's pretty fun. So here's more fighting over on this side. Oh, he's doing a little bit of a cycle move there. A little bit of a cycle charge. Oh, he's got the barrel whites, or the wraiths. He's got some wraiths. I love the wraiths. That must have been a fun unit to design, because they literally just erase their legs. You know, it's like technically they have legs, but they just remove them, and it creates this floating effect. It's pretty cool. It works well. I like it. Imagine having to fight that, you know? As the Violent Guard, you see some floating creature come your way. what's, you know, something I've been thinking about. They float, right? Well, what's the height there of their floating capability, you know? Like, can they float 10 feet? Can they float just a foot above the ground? You know, how does the physics on that work? And I only say that because couldn't they just float over these men and get behind them? Just float over the enemy infantry, you know? I guess they're kind of like, okay, they float, but they can't really get high up, you know? They just kind of float a little bit. They do a little bit of floating, and that's about it. They can't really float too high. Anyways, just something to think about. Kind of, you know, the laws of physics there. Now, we do have one unit that's the champions. They're kind of flanking around, but they're cooked. They're very depleted. A lot of breaking going on in this side. More and more troops coming in, and they brought a ton of this halberd type unit. So what do they got? The champions. They just spammed champions of Dol Guldur. Now they got archers coming up as well. This has been a gruesome fight for the attackers. It started off kind of okay, and now it's becoming a little bad for Dol Guldur. A little bad. So they're really concentrating a lot of troops at this gate, really trying to force their way into the city. They need archer support of some sort, but all their archers are getting focused down by the defending archers, who just are better. They're just better units, and they have a superior position. It's tough. These guys kind of look like Lannisters from the back. They kind of have that squid helmet with the red cloak. Really does look like Lannisters. Anyways, they're getting some good shots. There are a few units way back in reserve, which is the Guldur Pikes. So they do have, these guys look pretty cool. Again, straight from the Hobbit movies. They look just like the Hobbit movies. But yeah, it's not a terrible design. I like that's not the worst thing about those movies is the design. It just how fake and CG that movie felt. But yeah, this is looking like it's gonna be a pretty solid victory over here for Dale. I mean, they still have so many troops. Now, if we look at the kills, well, I mean, the defenders have lost about 1,000 men. But holy moly, the attackers looks like they have lost almost half of their men, going from 14,000 to 8,500. So not a great start, but the nice thing about having, oh my gosh, look at all these troops. The nice thing about having all these men is that they don't have enough arrows. Oh, and then we got trolls. We got trolls coming in. The good kind of trolls. But yeah, they don't have a ton of arrows to kill. You know, eventually they're going to run out of ammo, and there's still going to be enemy infantry left over. Possibly. You know, possibly. So we'll see what happens here. But these trolls, if they can land some good hits and not die too quickly, they could definitely rack up some kills here. But I don't know. It feels like he's trying to get them out of there. Yeah, he's retreating. Nope, they're going back for a charge. We got a fresh row of Vineland guards trying their best. So look at this. He just pushed him way back there. Ah, he's going behind him now. I don't know why he's running back and forth. He's not like letting them swing their clubs and stuff. I don't know. Maybe he's treating them like, or are they running amok? Do they do that? Do the trolls run amok? I don't. Maybe. But they only got 21. Oh. Their death animations are funny. They only got 21 kills, and they're still getting... At this point, they're just pin cushions. They're just absorbing the archer ammo. Absorbing the archer ammo as they fall back. Oh, what happened to the wraiths? This is like... Oh, wait. These are rangers. These are like the Mirkwood... For a second, I thought they were the wraiths. There's the wraiths. These are the Borrowites. These... See... You see them, like, how they move? It's like, clearly they... I mean, how else are they gonna... The modders are gonna do this, you know? But they move like they have feet. But they're going to reinforce this front line. I feel like this attack over here for Dol Guldur is going well relative to his teammate. And at this point, it stinks, but I think he needs to give up on this side. I think he does. Maybe just join up with his ally down here, join forces. But what that's going to do is Dale is going to take all of his troops and shift them over this way as well. But I still think that's a better choice there than constantly trying to take this position. But look at their archers. I mean, it seems like they've used up most of their ammo. And that's what I mean. This is kind of... This Dol Guldur side has been the punching bag and has absorbed a ton of ammo, which, you know, that's one thing to kind of consider, guys. Let's go back over here and watch this fight unravel as I talk about nonsense. But that's what I'm talking about, guys. We look at the balance of power. It hasn't changed much, even though they've lost more than half their men. But the reason they're losing troops so quickly is because of the archers. But once those archers run out of ammo and they have to deal with enemy pikemen, they have to deal with elite units, it's not going to be as easy, and they're not going to kill as many as quickly without that archer support. So we'll see. They are also fighting way over here on the flank. This doesn't look like it's going to be enough to break through. I think they're going to need to send more over here. Maybe send some pikemen of some sort. The Borrowites. I mean, seriously, think you're a man of Dale. You're a man that is a Dale variant. And you're thinking, all right, Dol Guldur's coming. We're going to have nasty orcs. We're going to have to fight nasty, gross orcs. But it turns out you're facing Borrowites. You know, ghostly figures. That would be horrible. Like, what is this? This is not an orc. How do I kill it? Oh. Tragic. The Borrowites strike again. So they've slowed down over here. It looks like they're now setting up some pikemen. So yeah, we got the Guldur pikes. So this might start to change things because the pikes they're tough to deal with, you know, the traditional sword. So maybe this is kind of the edge that they need, because they're now at 6,000 men against the defenders' 3,000. So they got to really start to rack up those kills. And is he still going for it? Is he still attacking over here? The Guldur glaives. Yeah. He's still attacking over here. Champions of Dol Guldur. Amazing. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I think it would have been better to avoid this side. I think it's lost for Dol Guldur on this side. It would have been better for him to switch. But you know, I mean, who knows? Who knows? Maybe these troops are really tired. They have 184 kills. So we'll see what happens there. Got these troops here at the gates. They're not, thankfully they're not attacking the gate. They're just gonna let it be. Well, they got some troops here. They almost like look back. Did you see that? If you rewind a little bit, it looks like they look back at me as a moment of like, please help us. This is a disaster. We're getting absolutely sliced and diced right now. Please help us. But no one's gonna go and help them. They're gonna get sliced and diced. It's a pity. And he's gonna continue to attack here. I do like what he's doing here with the bows. We got the Mirkwood Trackers, which is the unit I confused as a ghostly figure. But yeah, they have a good angle. This is really smart. This is using your noggin, using the angles here to try to soften these units. I would focus my fire right here on this blob. And the lighting is terrible. Just looks like a black blob. So we'll see what happens there, but the pikemen are falling back. 1, 2, 3, 4 units. 4 units of pikemen falling back. And over on this side, we've got the pikemen moving in. And over here, because that the defenders really gave them space, this is why I think this assault has been going so well, is the fact that they gave them such room to set up and slowly establish, you know, cycle charges and everything. If this Dale army, like his ally, had more of a wall defense, I think this army would be in the same shape as his teammate, the Dogol Dor army. I think he would be struggling big time. The bounce of power is starting to shift a bit. And we've got less than 5,000 against just less than 3,000. So they're starting to get it closer and closer. Nice little cycle charge there. I like that. Trying to get that charge bonus. Trying to get, oh my gosh, those elves are slicing them up. Just slicing and dicing. Now we've got some Mirkwood Raiders. This is a Javi unit. Well, they are a little shy. They're a little shy. Look at them run. That's what I think of them when they're, you know, running around. Anyways, yeah, they're going to go to a different position. But yeah, a lot of troops starting to break here. They got to push in the pikes. I think the pikes need to get in here. I feel like Dale is struggling, but look at this. There's a sneaky unit of Cav way out there. So we got some regents. So they're way out in the flank. There is a bridge. They might be going for that general. That would be crazy. Or what they could do is retreat this unit here. Let these guys get confident, and then you can send in the Cav through the gate, up the hill, and get some hammer and anvil strikes on that infantry that's pursuing these guys. But no, we'll see what he does with that Cav. Let's go back over to this side, see how this fight's going. Oh, not well. Not well for Dogol Dor. Yeah. Not good. And here comes the Elven reinforcement, slicing and dicing. Slicing and dicing. So the question is, what is Dogol Dor going to do on this side? What is he going to do with these extra pikes? Again, I still think he needs to go and just link up with his teammate and join forces. You don't want to leave these pikemen in the fight unsupported. If they can go over and join their teammate, that's the support they'll need. It's extra manpower. This environment is better for pikemen. It's close, you know, choke points that could easily fall to the correct units such as pikemen. Get a little bit of a zoom in here. Let's zoom me in. So the pros are doing pretty good. The pros are doing pretty good. They're handling this defense very well. And the settlement really plays to their favor. It's like, yeah, sure, they have half the army strength, but this settlement is gnarly. I like this spot right here too. You can get some archers up here and just like fire down. That would be pretty cool. But they're not going to take control. I guess Dale could send a unit up there and fire down at the Dol attackers. Okay. Oh my gosh. Great decision here. One, he's got the Mirkwood trackers. They're firing still over the walls at a pretty good angle. And then we've got the units that are maneuvering, flanking around. And it looks like they're going to go join the other side of the battlefield. That is 100% what they need to do to save this battle. 100%. Look at this. Kind of looks cool. These troops are running by with the walls. Looks really cool. But they're going to go run down, link up. And, you know, I think that's the best play. I think this is going to turn into a meat grinder here. But I think this is the best play. Let's see. Where's that cav? Oh, there's the cav. Oh, there's that cav. Now, we got a couple things I want to note here. Look at this. The Dol general has entered the city. I don't know if it's because this cav. It could be. Or he could just be focusing on the fight. Okay. I think the Nazgul here, they see this cav. They're going to retreat. That makes sense. They see the cav. They're going to retreat. So, very cool stuff. We got a troll unit and a sword unit breaking. They desperately need more men. The balance of power is still greatly in favor of the noobs, Dol Guldur. But the manpower is starting to get closer and closer to even. We're at 3,200 Dol Guldur, 2,400 for Dale. They need. Oh, hey, look who's. Hey, look at it. You got the troll, the lone troll. He's like, I'm back, fighting for my family. Family. Yeah. And is he gonna get any? Oh, okay. Okay. Yikes. Look at him. Look at him. That's a face of pure embarrassment. He's not even dead. He fell over in pure embarrassment. Tragic. Really tragic stuff, guys. Really sad, tragic stuff. They need reinforcements fast. Dol Guldur needs those pikemen in the fight pronto. But here's the thing. The cav is cutting off the reinforcements. So it is completely cut off. They've completely cut off the Dol Guldur reinforcements moving this way. It shouldn't be a problem. Honestly, if they sent the general unit for Dol Guldur is really good. These are the Nazgul. I mean, come on, it's the Nazgul. They kick butt. So all you got to do is send in your generals, and if this general over here goes in too, like, you could do some major damage there. Nice job. He's got a unit of pikes kind of helping out here. They're exchanging some words. Like, he's trying to keep up with these cav units so he doesn't get flanked. Yeah, get your general in there. I don't understand. Get your general in the fight and start fighting this cav. Because they are going to kill these pikemen that are out here by themselves. Look at this. They just annihilated them. They're almost at half strength from that one cav charge. What are you doing with your general? Get him out there. This is now. Now or never. Well, here comes this general. Let's see if he gets there in time.
Nothing remains of this unit now.
Looks like he's kind of taking his time. No, don't turn around. So he's turning around. Dang it, he's turning around.
Enemy units have rallied and returned to the battle.
So they've got the pikes just sandwiched between cav. But have they killed any cav? Not really. Not really. They've killed one horseman here and they've killed maybe 3 over here. They're sending back, what, reinforcements? Or are these guys breaking? They're breaking. What are you doing with the general? The general needs to just get out there and fight that cav and then support the pikes. Support them. And then this general can come in and support them too. These guys, it's hilarious that these units should be easily eliminated, easily just crushed. All they had to do was send in their general units and it would be over. Now we got some pikemen, or not pikemen, trolls in the back lines. Come on, I need some good troll hits here. Come on. Yeah! Troll smash. Trolls gone wild. Trolls gone wild, baby. This is what we all signed up for. They got 100. Am I seeing this right? 122. The Olog high. Look at them like blah, 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 blah. Look at them just running around. Nice. They're like, what is the elephant? What is the elephant sound? What noise does the elephant make? Very good, Olog high. Very good. The elephant goes. Nice job. Nice job. Very good. So the trolls, they're trying to put a dent in the defense. And finally, oh, they did it. They did it, guys. They sent their generals in and look what's happening. They're crushing this cav. They're crushing them. And get some spears. Get some spears in there. Move them forward. Come on, get out of phalanx formation and charge. But yeah, the generals should clean these guys up. They're very good general's bodyguard. Here we got infantry joining the fight. They're really trying to push through this defense. Boom. Boom goes the dynamite. So we're down to the last 9 minutes. The balance of power still in favor of the attackers, of the noobs. And now we've got pikes rolling up. Rolling up to the battle. And that is the much needed help they need. Was I lying? No, I was telling the truth. Get your generals in the fight and these cav units would be done. But unfortunately, they carelessly lost a pike unit because of their slow actions. There goes a flank. That's a much needed win right there for Dolgoldor. They needed this. They needed this. So we're now down. Look at this. Still, the attackers have more men than the defenders. But it's getting awfully close. A difference of what? 500? A little less. So crazy, crazy stuff right there. And I'm looking at the defenders. We can see the other Dale army has now joined this fight. He has left behind some units, I guess, just in case Cav. It's smart. Just in case a Cav unit tries to sneak in. But the rest of the victorious, and we've got a reserve here. They're resting up just in case anybody slips in there. And here you have it, guys. Look at this. The pikes. The pikes. They're moving in. Is this gonna be it? Is this new pike force? Is this what Dol Guldur needs to get them the victory? We're at the final 7 minutes of this battle, and the balance of power is still in favor of the attackers, of the noobs. Could this be it? Because think about it. Think about it for 1 second. They've ran out of troops. They've ran out of ammo. And now they have to take on pikemen? Oh, it's going to be tough. So we'll see what they do here. We'll see what they do. Any pikemen over here? Are they going to send any pikemen? Yes, they are going over here, but they're going the long way for some reason. Maybe they're going to come this way. I don't know. But they are making their way they're walking fast. They're making their way downtown, walking fast. They're homebound. This is going to be their home soon. If they can win this battle with the Dol Guldur pikes. It's all going to come down to the pikes. Now, they just won a battle over here. They need to... Okay, we'll see what happens here. Hopefully, they split a pike unit to watch this side. Okay. At least they're sending something over here. They're sending something to cut off the reinforcements from getting in.
Unit has been destroyed.
So they're trying to block off those reinforcements. They've got the pikes coming in this way. Got some Nazgul bodyguard. They're in the thick of the stuff. I don't know, guys. This is gonna be tough. The pikemen are clumping up here. I mean, I'm looking around, and unless they can get lucky against these pikes, Dol Guldur might be able to pull the rug from under them and win this one. These guys look awesome. They look awesome. So back over this way, a lot of braking. Got to get those pikes up there. There's not a lot of infantry this way. Not a lot of infantry. And nice, he did split a pike unit to go over to this side, because if you can kill these guys, you can flank around. Look at those pikes go to work. Going to work. The general cycle chart, the Nazgul cycle chart. Let's zoom out. Let's see what they got in reserve. They're going all in, guys. They're going all in. I mean, they don't have a lot of reserves. This is it. They're actually falling back from the pikemen. Oh boy. We'll see how that progresses. A lot of braking going on here. Let's see. Does it say that they're winning? I mean, they're happy. I think the fighting is pretty even. I think the battle is pretty even. Can they defeat Dale in 3 minutes? I feel like there's better odds of Dale winning the battle in 3 minutes rather than Dol Guldur. But, you know, good struggle right here. So let's zoom out. Let's look at the tactical view. It looks like it doesn't really look that much different than normal view. I mean, you see this? Like, it's almost like, why even bother having a tactical view? It just looks the same. I know in Rome too, it drastically looks different. But I don't know. I'm looking at this. This looks concerning. The pikemen, they're not getting a ton of kills. Over here, this looks promising. Again, if they can win here, they can flank around. And who knows, that might be the nail in the coffin. That might be the domino that gets Dol the victory. We'll find out. Oh no, a general! Why is he oh no, a massive break! Oh good, the general returned. Come on, you're a Nazgul, you shouldn't be fleeing. But keep this general away from the fight. And now we got a general charging in here. They're desperately trying to break through here. We got fresh reserves up here. I don't know, guys. I think after seeing the general break, I think Dol is cooked. They are chopped cheese, as the younglings say. Oh yeah, they're breaking. Yeah, that's game. That's game. Dol, I think they had a chance there. They had a chance. They obviously are noobs. They could have played that better, but they also made some good moves. I like that the Dol player that was over here took his pikes and just joined his ally. But yeah, everyone is breaking right now. This general is breaking. The sheer amount of fleeing troops is causing fear amongst the ranks, and that is going to be the battle, guys. So what we'll do is we'll zoom in on this little struggle, and then we'll fast forward, because these troops are going to break at any second. Then we're going to fast forward to the end results. All right, Pyrrhic victory for the pros. Dale holds on to the great city. We're going to end this replay, and look at these kills. I wish it told you total kills, but the archers did so much work here. Archers did so much work. Then we got Jackie Boy. Same thing. These elves did so good. The archers did so great. The infantry held their own. One with 416. And then we've got Lewis and Danny over here playing as the attackers. Didn't go their way. They did their best. Look at all these archers. This is just all wasted money. Honestly, they were probably better off not getting archers and just getting infantry. Just getting it, because it's true for, well, the Javies here, the raiders did a little better, but these archers did nothing. So that's a real shame. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Pros versus noobs. It was you know, Dawnless Days edition. If you guys enjoyed the battle, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're getting so close to 1 million. So I do appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on the battlefield.